Psychology says this clearly: high intelligence doesn't look like confidence, success, or being the smartest person in the room. It often looks like quiet, confusing, misunderstood struggle. If you've ever felt weighed down by your own mind, psychology might be explaining your experience, not judging your flaws. Here are 7 common signs backed by psychological research that many highly intelligent people recognize in themselves. 1. Chronic overthinking. People with high IQs tend to process far more variables at once. Research in cognitive psychology shows this leads to constant mental activity, deep analysis of every situation, endless scenario building, and a brain that rarely switches off. You're always searching for hidden patterns, long-term consequences, and deeper layers of meaning. What feels like overthinking to others is simply your mind doing what it's wired to do, exploring every angle. The downside? Rest becomes difficult. Sleep, relaxation, even simple decisions can turn into long internal debates. 2. Feeling out of sync with others. Studies on cognitive pacing reveal that highly intelligent individuals often think faster or more abstractly than the people around them. Everyday conversations can feel painfully slow or disappointingly surface level. Small talk, office banter, or casual chit-chat may leave you mentally disengaged. This mismatch isn't arrogance, it's a genuine difference in processing speed and depth. Over time, it can create a quiet sense of isolation, even when you're surrounded by people. 3. Sensitivity to inconsistency. High intelligence usually comes with exceptionally strong pattern recognition. Psychology research shows this makes highly intelligent people unusually sensitive to contradictions, illogical behavior, hypocrisy, and inefficiency. A single offhand comment that doesn't align with someone's previous actions can trigger deep discomfort. In workplaces, relationships, or even casual social settings, you notice when systems, rules, or people don't make sense, and it frustrates you more than it does most others. This isn't being picky, it's your brain signaling that something is structurally broken. 4. Difficulty finding mental stimulation. Boredom hits harder for high IQ individuals. Research indicates they require complex, novel, or intellectually challenging input to stay engaged. Routine tasks, repetitive conversations, or predictable environments don't just feel dull, they can cause genuine mental fatigue or restlessness. What others find comforting or relaxing can feel draining to you because your mind craves depth, novelty, and challenge. Without it, days can feel empty even when everything externally looks fine. 5. Emotional intensity. Psychology links higher intelligence with heightened emotional processing. You don't just feel emotions, you analyze them, trace their origins, predict their consequences, and layer them with meaning. This creates richer, more complex emotional experiences. Joy can feel profound, sadness can feel overwhelming. Love, anger, grief, all hit deeper because your mind is dissecting and contextualizing every feeling. This isn't emotional fragility, it's emotional depth. 6. Self-doubt despite high ability. Paradoxically, the more you know, the more aware you become of everything you don't know. Studies on intellectual humility show that highly intelligent people are more likely to question themselves precisely because they see the vastness of what remains unknown. This self-doubt isn't a lack of confidence, it's a realistic assessment of complexity. You're less likely to overestimate your abilities and more likely to second-guess even your strongest conclusions. It keeps you honest, but it also keeps you humble, sometimes painfully so. 7. Feeling misunderstood. Highly intelligent thoughts are often layered, nuanced, and difficult to translate into simple language. When you try to explain a complex idea, others may only grasp a fraction of it, or miss the point entirely. Psychology research shows this gap creates a persistent feeling of being misunderstood, even in close relationships. You can be in a room full of people and still feel profoundly alone because no one quite sees the full picture inside your head. Psychology doesn't claim high intelligence makes life easier. It makes life deeper, heavier, and more complex. If these struggles feel uncomfortably familiar, if your mind has ever felt like both your greatest gift and your heaviest burden, know that you're not broken. You're simply wired differently. This channel exists for minds like yours, people who think too much, feel too deeply, and quietly carry the weight of seeing more than most. You're not alone in the struggle, and you don't have to carry it in silence.